Hi, my name is Gareth Almeida. I'm coming to you from Dubai. Been here for 3.5 years. I work in the film industry. I worked on a few cool movies. Met a few cool people. Will Smith being, my greatest or the most favorite meetup. Uh, but yeah, this is where I am today. I just want to share a few words of encouragement. God has really been working through my life the last 20 years. I'm not going to share everything, but the beginning was great. It was fun. But then, comes reality. I failed many times, and I came back many times. In the process, I knew that God was always there, but there were so many times I would uh, even hate God. Hate is a strong word, I know, but I wouldn't even say it sometimes, and it used to be so tough, when even with my relationships, every relationship I tried my best to be the best version of me according to the Bible. Of course, the first one was, 100%. I think I would have been my best version of myself as much as I can. But of course, I started losing myself. I started being trying to be somebody else, trying to live up to the world socially. Yeah, partying. I did all it. I did all of that, but I always knew God was always there. God was always by my side. He was looking after me. He was, like, so many times. I mean, I've come across situations, near death situations. I almost drowned to death. I've been in depression. uh, I've had health issues. 3 years I suffered. Nobody knew what was wrong with me. I've had so many struggles in my life. But about 20 years ago, that the journey I started in faith, even though I stopped many times, I encourage you not to stop or give up. One of the verses that really held me together was, "Do not become weary in doing what is good, for at the right time you will reap a harvest." I mean, I'll tell you, God brought that word to me through many people, many times in my life. I've been holding on to that. Another word, I don't know if it's biblical, but like it was through Will Smith. Best things in life are on the other side of fear. I really held on to that because that time I was depressed, and I was fearful of doing anything or being friendly with anybody or doing anything in my life. Or I was so fed up. But really, God came through. Even through those words, He used somebody else, because at that point, I don't think anybody from the church or any Christian person could have influenced me in any way. And He used these words, uh, you know, and I said at that point, one day I'm going to meet Will Smith. I did meet Will Smith. I was able to share this story with him. God works in mysterious ways, I must tell you that. I just don't know how to explain it to you. Like, I had dreams of, in different stages in my life. At one point, I said, "Lord, I just need some transport," because I used to going to church. I did missions for like 3 years or 4 years. 1 year in East Timor and like 2.5 years or something like that in missions, in the church, in media. I was struggling, and I was like, this was like my peak of my life. I should be studying. At that point, my friends were graduated and making money and getting their cars and getting their relationships right. And I was like, here, this guy who's trying to do the right thing, God's word, God's will, and I was not getting anything like that. But uh, it discouraged me a lot, but I didn't let it get to me. I fell many times, but I got up again. I got up just one more time, and then today, I have reaped the harvest. Do not become weary in doing what is good, for you, for at the right time you will reap a harvest. In Galatians 6:9, this verse kept coming to me, And I just kept going and going. And then the last 3 years, I'll tell you, COVID came. While it was like the worst year for many people, it was the best year of my life. And I thought, okay, after COVID, 2020 was bad. It was good, but it was bad for others. But 2021 will be bad for me. But 2021 was even better, you know. And then, of course, this year has been quite stable. But of course, I've been able to invest and do a lot of things that I never ever thought that I would be able to do in my life. I had a dream of having a Jeep one day. I have a Jeep. I have been blessed with so many things that I don't even deserve. I got a good job. I have a good life. I'm financially blessed. I'm in a mentally good place. Physically, maybe I could do better, but still a good place. My health is good. God has really been, holding me together, and I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing what I do if it wasn't for God. So I just want to encourage you, if you are that person out there, if you're maybe in a church or doing God's work, or even just a regular church goer, or even if you don't go to church, and if you're doing the right thing, the good thing, and you just never make it, and you're like wondering why, just don't give up. Just keep doing what you're doing. Do the right thing. Do what is pleasing to God, and at the right time, you will reap that harvest. I mean, I was 30 years old when I started even tasting, seeing that harvest, and I was like 12 or 13 years old when I first encountered Christ. And the best years of my life, I was doing God's work to 20 to 25 or 24, whatever. I was like doing missions and working in the church. But there's a season for everything, and God used me in that time, and every tough time has made me a better person. I am who I am today because of all these things. So just don't give up. What you start in faith, don't give up. Don't stop that. Just keep going. And recently my friend told me that, like how I always say, the best things in life on the other side of fear. The opposite of fear is faith. And even though I'm using a secular worldly thing, God used this man to bring this word to me. Still, I've been living unconsciously, or doing God's will, and being faithful in I've had near-death experience like a couple of years ago. That was like a rebirth. I knew, like, I tell you, so many times in my life I wanted to die, and I didn't care. I was ready to die so many times. And even that day when I was drowning, I remember, like, I was like, okay, this is my moment. But you know what? God brought me out of that water, and I instantly knew that it was not my time. And then God has a better plan. He has a plan for me. He has a purpose. I haven't fulfilled that yet. So so you got a purpose. Everybody's got a purpose, so just don't be discouraged. Keep going, and enjoy life. All right. So God bless you. I hope you are inspired, and I hope you are blessed by my story, my life, and all the best. God bless you. Peace. Shalom.